Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today I am reviewing the season 3 episode 1. Wait, let me start over. Basically I'm reviewing Big City Greens season 3 episode 1, and it's called Squashed. And yeah, this is a Halloween episode, so this is the Halloween episode of season 3. So yeah, there was no Halloween episode in season 2, sadly, and there was also no Christmas episode of season 2 also. So, you know, yeah, that's kind of sad. But hey, it's fine. You don't need to have the same holiday in every season, because it would be kind of repetitive. So I kind of like it how they had one season 1 and then season 3. And also there was a theme song change with the Halloween episode in season 1. It was like different from the regular theme song, and now season 3, the Halloween part has changed also. I'm not sure like how different it is, but I have seen it before I started reviewing, and it is a bit different. So yeah, so if it kind of, even though I'm gonna merge the clips together to make my entire review, if you kind of wonder where I'm going, I'm gonna say like, oh hey, I'm gonna go to the next clip, is because I have 5 clips to go through, so that's gonna be pretty cool. And what a way to come back to Big City Greens, right? So this is only 40 seconds, so I'm kind of wondering, should I just play this whole thing or only play part of it? That's what I was kind of wondering. Well, so let's get started. Basically, we have basically like the regular theme song, where we have Bill closing up the clutch and Cricket closes the door, and when he breathes, like when he fogs up the mirror, it's just fog, but this time it says run. So okay, that's pretty cool. Of course, they're it's like regular, but we see Tilly with what was his name? I forgot his name. Was it Harold? I forgot his name. Henry. It was Henry. So this was a what was it? Was it season 1? I'm forgetting now. But yeah, remember Tilly with the creepy puppet? And basically we have the family saying goodbye to the country, and then we see Cricket dressing up as that alien from, what was it called, Bill Iver. That was from season 2, I believe. And we have Big City, we're dying to meet you. Okay, and that's pretty cool. And let's take a look at this. So you have Cricket, he's like this fish monster type of thing. Okay. We have Tilly as this like ghost, but we see like her bones, so she's like a skeleton. Oh, that's pretty cool. And I even like the names. It's very spooky looking. Even though it's very simple, but it's kind of nice to see. We have Bill as a pirate. Okay, pretty cool. And we have Grandma, and she transforms into like a, I'm pretty sure it's a werewolf. I was gonna say bat because of the ears, but I'm pretty sure it's a werewolf. And we see Cricket kind of freaking out. We see Tilly as a zombie from the dentist episode. We see Bill from the alien episode. We have Grandma from the what was it? That barbecue episode, where it was the Swamp Witch episode, where the Grandma was known as the Swamp Witch, and then she kind of came around at the end of the episode. So that's pretty cool. They're on the lawnmower. Then we see him rip Cricket and rip Tilly. Remember, they were usually just playing the cement. So this face, you would not want to see this face next to these tombstones. Like, what did you do? Oh my goodness. They put... Oh, that's what's kind of different. They put Gloria in the Halloween theme song, because I don't think she was in the season one. I probably need to look back, but we have Gloria as like a witch. That's pretty cool, and Grandma's another witch, and we have Tilly locked up in a cage, and Cricket is the in a pie. Is this supposed to be like Hansel and Gretel? Yeah, it's probably Hansel and Gretel. Or maybe Hocus Pocus with the Sanderson sisters, I think. We see some lightning. I like how Bill's face kind of changes also with the theme song. Saying Cricket, like, we're doing. Because originally it was a hammer, but now it's an axe. So, yeah, Bill, you better be worried. That's not the only finger that you're going to lose. Then we have Cricket, and he jumps into the sewer. And then we see the animals one bones. Oh, really well designed. Oh, this is UFO instead of the scores and Cricket fell. And it says Big City Greens, and we have a UFO that actually levitates them up, but the hat is still there. I'm not sure this is gonna lead to anything, but you know how I like to do theories with episodes, like how I did a little theory of like, when's the mom coming? Is Nancy ever gonna come back? So the kids know that the mom's absent. It seems like she's not dead. So I'm kind of wondering what's gonna happen with that. So I kind of made theories with the show before. It's kind of died down until I saw the episode where they introduced the Order of the Fang. And what was his name? Viper Fang, and we learned that that Vasquez was Tiger Fang actually, and I'm not sure if Remy's aware of it. So I kind of made a little theory that maybe Andromeda might get into the case, and maybe Cricket is going to be an investigator to look for Remy because I wonder if they're trying to get to Remy. Because why would Vasquez all of a sudden go to this family saying, I protect the boy now? And, like, you know what I mean? Like, there has to be a connection. I can't wait. Hopefully they don't do something stupid. Like, hopefully it won't be, like, oversimplified or something. Like, I have faith. I have faith. But I'm kind of wondering with this hat, since we know that Gwendolyn went to Mars, like, remember? That was early season 2. And then I think she came back for a while for that, what was it? That, Farm Expo and the... What was it? Oh, right, the, what was it? Flawless You, where we thought Gwendolyn died, but it seems like she didn't. But now, I forgot when I heard about this, but it was still when season 2 was airing that says that, oh, Gwendolyn went back to Mars. I'm like, okay, is that just gonna be so we know where she is? Or is that gonna come back? It's spoilers, so that's part of this episode. Gwendolyn's at Mars and it has to do something, but we see Bill's hat's kind of left here. Kind of wondering if we're going to see the Greens in space, because we had that episode where Bill was left on the ground. Obviously, he chased after his family. It was in the when they were replacing the car. Then decided they changed their minds because you don't change out a family member no matter how leaky and old they get. That's pretty funny, but also true. And but remember, Bill was still in that new fancy new car. He was about to get out, but Alice, Cricket, and Tilly went to the old car and were getting launched to Mars along with Gwendolyn. But Gwendolyn wasn't aware that they were in there. But now we have this episode where it's dealing with Mars again as like a main focus. Now I'm kind of wondering, is part of the family going to get stuck in space? That'd be kind of interesting. Because I wonder if the left of Bill's hat either means that Bill isn't going to go to space with them, or Bill is the only one that's in space and that hat is a clue. Maybe. Or this could just be only part of the theme song and I'm just going crazy. Who knows? But we also have the cow there kind of looking up saying, oh dang. And we know the cow can talk because of that animal episode. We know that she doesn't talk to humans, but she talks with the other animals. So maybe they can rally up and say, we need to rescue our owners or something. Who knows? So, yeah, and since the very next clip after the end of the theme song, now I'm gonna go jump into the next clip. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a few seconds. And the back. This is for the second clip. You don't have to worry about that. But anyway, so we're back to where we left off, where it is the end of the theme song, and we get to the garage, and this is the beginning of the episode. And the first things first, what I want to say is two things. One, I love that even though it's Halloween, its decorations is spooky. I loved how there's a scarecrow and there's wind, there's breeze, and there's leaves, and it's different colors because it's not just Halloween. We're also in kind of coming into fall / autumn. I guess it depends where you're from. And I love that attention to detail because yeah, you would see leaves and more likely Thanksgiving around November, but October also. So it kind of makes sense why would, and also the end of October and coming into the beginning of November, the last day of October is Halloween. So it kind of makes sense that we would see the leaves change and stuff like that. Also, another thing, Green Cafe, which the Gloria Plus part is getting cut off because you can only get the episode so wide. But yeah, it's nice to see that the cafe is completed. So it's only a matter of time before we actually go inside and check it out, and I'm excited to see that. So those are the two things I wanted to not address, but to show you, and I'm really appreciative of that. But yeah, we see the word boo. We see I kind of like this. It's a pumpkin inside of the basketball hoop, and you see the leaves coming out, kind of like it's growing from the ground. Pretty cool. Because they're farmers, it makes sense for them to do that. But we get inside the garage, and I like how maybe I'm just overhyping it too much, but I like Gloria's clothes because we usually just see her wearing purple, sort of pink, and an apron, but we've seen it kind of like a nice orange and some of your brown pants. I guess the pants could be better, but I like the orange shirt. Maybe it's supposed to represent that she's more mellow now, I guess, and now she actually has a job. She's not going job to job, and she's not complaining and stuff. And how she's helping the Greens out because not only because she's living here, this is her family also, and she sees that Bill and Nancy are her second set of parents, and Tilly's like her little sister, and now she's helping her little sister out. I love that. We have Alice cleaning the skeleton. We have Bill is taking down some boxes. And Bill's like, "Hey, ladies, how's the lights going?" And then Tilly's like, "Oh, we're doing it poorly, but we're persevering. We're gonna try our best." And then we have Cricket that comes out of the box, miscellaneous and Bones, and he said, "Oh, Halloween's my favorite holiday. We tricking people and getting lots of candy, smashing pumpkins, and freaking people out like this." I want to play this. It's really funny.
Vampire teeth. Those are my dinner dentures. I keep them extra sharp for when we eat red meat.
That is just hilarious. And this is maybe I should have kept that first one a little bit shorter because it's kind of weird of where I ended that first clip is exactly where I want to start the second clip. I guess it doesn't matter, but it's kind of weird to end it like this. But basically, like, Craig's like, I can scare people with my vampire teeth, and Alice is like, those are my dinner dentures. One, it's funny because we never seen those before, and two, why are they green? Well, why did you put your dinner dentures green? Because, and we know that she doesn't really tell fables often. She does sometimes, but I think she was actually being serious there, so that's kind of funny. But check out Gloria for a second. Oh.
I'm so glad to be having a normal Halloween this time. Remember how crazy things got last year?
Season 1.
Tied me up and left me for dead.
Oh, okay. I don't want to play too much. But that's hilarious. And Gloria's like, "Hey, I'm so glad to celebrate a normal Halloween with you guys." Because she thinks as family. I love that. And so remember season 1 where things got a little bit crazy? You guys tied me up. You left me for dead. And Tilly was trying to, not dissect her. Well, yeah, she tried to dissect her, right? I need to look back at season 1. But I love how they're just laughing because this is like a normal family thing for them. But Gloria is still kind of new. She's not an outsider anymore, because that was basically her arc in that last quarter of season 2, where Gloria was a bit of an outsider. So she's not an outsider anymore, but she's still kind of new to the family. So she's kind of like, remember that whole thing was crazy, and they're all just laughing because it's kind of like a family inside joke. Because I guess they kind of have to be kind of tough as nails to learn about this kind of like, oh, we didn't really mean to hurt you kind of way, but it's still kind of funny that that whole situation kind of happened. Because Bill made a big mistake by letting those animals out. Spoilers for season 1. And I love how Alice is like, yeah, classic memories. It is a classic. Okay. And then, they're all taking the boxes and stuff. And I like how Bill reassures Gloria. Because, hey, Gloria, I'm sorry we kind of made fun of you. But don't worry, it's going to be a normal Halloween. We go up to space, and we see like the shadows of these different monsters. We see someone in a spacesuit. We're like, who's this? And this person like running, and that I'm gonna say astronaut for now. Scientist presses the button, locked, and then we hear whoo, and oh, it's Gwendolyn Zapp's voice, the scientist, the crazy lady, and she takes out the helmet. Like, oh, whose crazy idea was it to harvest like did this chemical compound to create mutated veggies? Oh, that was me. That's my idea. You're insane, Gwendolyn. Oh my goodness, stay away from me. Because, even though you're funny on the screen, I do not want to meet you in real life. You're way too dangerous for my liking. No, thank you. I need superpowers to deal with you to contain you. But she said, oh yeah, it was me, Gwendolyn Zapp. And of course, she's talking to a third person. Either one, she could break the fourth wall like Tilly, and she's like a Deadpool type of character, or she's just crazy. Or both. Who knows? She's Gwenpool. You know how I mentioned Deadpool before? There's also Gwenpool. Her name's Gwendolyn Zapp. She's secretly Gwenpool. I figured it out. That's why she's so smart. Anyway, besides that, I thought it was kind of funny. That kind of connects. Except she's not purple in the comics, but whatever. Anyway. She's kind of, seeing the other scientists, like, oh, Miss Zapp, you gotta help us. And the vegetables are kind of eating them and trapping them and stuff. And she just closed the blinds. What a jerk move. She's like, oh, yeah, but I made a failure. Okay, rub it in my face. Like, no, these people are being killed. You need to help them. But she's like, so instead of helping them, wow, she's a real jerk. She's like, I'm going to continue my studies elsewhere, and I'm going to continue my experiments on Earth. Bad idea. Maybe because she thinks the Earth will have a more natural environment, it would work better. And I guess as scientists, you make experiments to get new results. Because it didn't work on Mars, it didn't work in the space station. Maybe it would work on Earth, because she's never tried it there before. So I guess I can't blame her too much, because basically her character is a crazy scientist. It would kind of make sense to get results and different results on different grounds. Like, you probably get different results between Venus and Jupiter, probably. And you look back on I don't get mixed up between astrology and astronomy. Wait a minute. Astrology is your what's it called? It tells you like it tells like what your like spirit animal is, and like how many dog years you're old, and it tells you what you were in your past life. I think that was astrology. I think, and astronomy is the stars. So, is astronomy also included with planets? I'm getting sidetracked. I keep doing that. I'm so sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, but I'm gonna test it on Earth. So she's gonna go to Earth. Okay. Now time to get to the next clip. Okay. And basically, the family. So basically, we're done with space. Gwendolyn has landed on Earth, and we get back to the Greens, and they're still setting up for Halloween. We have Cricket. He's like dressed up as like a jester, and they kind of make fun of him for it. He's like, "Oh, my name is Trickor," and then, oh, and what was it? Nancy's like, "Oh, you're Tricker." Because you're gonna do like a trick. But she's sort of guy, but no, it's trick or like trick or treat. But it's the treat. It's me pranking people, and then Bill's like, oh, hey, you're like a funny clown. It's like, oh, funny clown? And he's like, hey, father, trick or. And then she's about to spray him with, what was it? The, silly string. It was a green silly string. And they're obviously, having fun. Tilly comes out and she's dressing up as Bill, for Halloween. Oh, that's pretty cool. She even has a hat. And, Bill is like, oh, hey, Tilly, that looks so sweet. And Nancy's like, oh, like it's so cute. And even asked, oh, hey, you even got the belly right. And I guess she has a pillow. Does that pillow kind of match up? I know it's a cartoon, so I'm trying not to be too realistic, but that's kind of my thing. And she is squishing the pillow, so you know what? I'm gonna allow it. This is a Halloween. I'm in a good mood, so I'm going to allow it. And she is squishing the pillow, so yeah, I think it's fine. I even like how she got the pants right with the ripped jeans. And I like how Tilly was like, did I get the belly right? Should I do 2 pillows? And Bill's like, well, one's fine, Tilly. Well, 1 pillow is fine. And Bill's like, hey, like, I'm gonna get my pumpkins out. And look, this is Cricket's costume right here. Pretty cool. And so they, oh, hey, like, the pumpkin carvings. And yeah, show us the pumpkins. Here they are. And Nancy's like, oh, cute. Look at the faces. Cute apricots. Where are the pumpkins? These are the pumpkins. And I was like, are those the pumpkins for ants? And Bill's like, oh, wait, I should have a clip somewhere. I'm gonna play it right here.
How cute is that? Bill and Till.
She got you exactly, even down to the padded belly.
If I do one pillow, or
Okay, I don't want to play too much. But I like how Nancy said, oh yeah, Bill and Till. I totally forgotten about that, but I had to play it to, to get that information. Oh, Bill and Till. Oh, that's pretty cute. Yeah, show us the pumpkins.
cute apricots, but where are the pumpkins?
Here, in my hands.
Are we carving jack-o'-lanterns for ants? Derek!
And then I was like, they're a disgrace to pumpkin kind. Yeah, that's pretty funny. And, and then Bill said, look, I know they're smaller than last year, but, the plants are unpredictable, and he also tried a different fertilizer, so I think that's kind of what affected it. So, you learn and you try different things, right? You kind of want to spice things up. And then they're kind of like, oh, I guess the pumpkins are going to be a bust, and Bill's kind of sad about it. It's like, oh, but, hey, I have more pumpkins in the back, so I know they're all kind of small. But hey, maybe we might get lucky and they might grow big somehow. Who knows? But I need to deliver these to Big Tech. And then Tilly's like, oh hey, Papa, I want to go with you. And it's like, oh, are you sure? And because the last time we went to Big Tech, you had to do the whole what was it, the flawless you thing. It worked out in the end, but it was kind of weird, more than weird. And then Tilly's like, yeah, because I want to get the full Bill Green experience. Since I'm dressing up like you, I want to get the heart and soul of what you do. And then Bill's like, okay, let's go. And they all said, goodbye, and they go into the truck. And then they drive over to Big Tech. And basically they go in and say, oh, hey, Gwendolyn, we're here. And it's like, oh, hi. It's like, oh, these pumpkins are perfect. And Bill's like, yeah, I know they're kind of small, but Gwen's like, oh, they're perfect. Oh, really? Yeah, I needed puny vegetables for like testing. And obviously we know what she was trying to do, because I guess the smaller they are, the less dangerous it can be. But she shouldn't be testing it at all, but she's gonna test it. And so like, oh well, what are you gonna test these on? Like, oh, let me show you. They go into the lab, and basically, I forgot the compound name. It's compound XY7C or something like that. I can't remember exactly. It's all purple and oozy, and it's like, to check all the results and look at all these plants. It's not just pumpkins. It's all different stuff. I think, was it corn? I think a corn was one of them. And they're all like, whoa. It's like, yeah, who says technology and alien goop can't, like, grow things faster? And it's like, hey, you can even do a test run, because I'm trying to test it if they're good for things on Earth soil. Like, because even though this has Earth soil, like, in these containers, but I actually want it to be, like, while they're still in the ground, like natural. I need someone to test it out for me, and I know you guys help me out a lot, and you're farmers. You're probably the only farmers in big city, so you guys can test it out for me. And then Tilly's like, oh yeah, and it can grow Papa's pumpkins bigger. And then Bill's like, no thank you. Like, if I learn anything, science and farming doesn't always go well together, and some farmers do believe that. And you just need to let things grow naturally, and and it goes, okay, so it's here. So until Tilly's kind of thinking, maybe I should still use it. Your father still said no, but Tilly grabbed it anyway. But it's also not stealing, because Gwen said, hey, you can take it. So Tilly isn't stealing, but she is going against her father's wishes. So, but she has done something like this before, and there is repercussions also. So I'm not taking the point off, but like, oh, Tilly. So she grabs it, and they basically head off. They head off, and then the party's starting. Pretty cool. We get Kiki, who's actually in her what was her name? What was it? It was something, the Dazzler. It was that elf archer person. So I'm pretty cool. I thought that was a great idea to show that, hey, remember that episode where Kiki got development without Benny and Wheezy? Because that's usually the trio that would hang out with Cricket, Tilly, and Remy. Those three are always together. There was one episode where Kiki wasn't with them, and now she's dressing up like her character. I love that. And also I love how she isn't just dressing up like a random what do I want to say, like someone like America Rat or the Incredible Bulk, or what was it, that parody of Iron Man in the Big City Greens universe right here. Like, how you would dress up like someone, or the Croblins, like it's like in universe. She isn't dressing up like, she's dressing up like her own character that she made up. At least to our knowledge. Maybe she got it from somewhere as like an inspiration, but as far as we know, it's her own design. And you would do that with D&D and stuff like that, or mages and maces as they call it, is make your own character and stuff. So that's what she decided to do. She has like the makeup and everything, and the what was it, the triangles under her eyes. Pretty cool. She said she didn't like say specifically, like, hey guys, remember this from our mages and maces outing, like our venture for lifetime. She didn't mention anything. She doesn't have too many lines, but I guess it's fine. So that's pretty cool that she dressed up like that. I think Benny was like wearing a t-shirt probably. I think in the next clips it would show more specifically, so I'm sorry about that. Remy's actually dressed up like a T-Rex, and Vasquez is dressed up as a T-Rex also. And I like how Remy pointed out, like, hey, we dressed up the same on purpose this time, because remember, Remy was the whole thing. It was so weird that he was so mad at Vasquez. I'm like, what? What's so wrong, Remy? I don't understand. And he's like, oh, Vasquez stole my costume. Like, why do you do that? But it turns out that Vasquez always comes as a hot dog, and Remy just so happened to forget about that. So that's pretty funny. But they made up at the end. I like this part of Vasquez. I preferred the situation between Remy and Vasquez in the first Halloween special than this one. I'm glad that he got out of it when, spoiler alert, when the pumpkins turned evil and stuff like that and turned like gigantic. Vasquez was destroying the pumpkins, and he was awesome. Thank you. But in the beginning, how he just... First of all, I just think it's kind of weird. And two, we didn't see this in the first Halloween. How, basically, what was it? Cricket being Trickor is like, hey Vasquez, have a beverage, and he's like, oh, thank you, Master Craig, and does the spider, he's just freaking out. I'm like, what the heck, acrophobia? What the heck? And he's stepping on it, and then Remy's like, Vasquez, it's okay, it's okay. I remember I told you Halloween's all fake. I'm like, didn't he know that by going many years with Remy trick or treating? I don't understand. And Remy basically out of the blue says, "Oh yeah, Vasquez can't tell between something fake and something real. Like if it's scary on Halloween, because his bodyguard instincts go out of loop." And he says it's always been like this. No, it hasn't, unless the first Halloween episode in season 1 was not canon. Like, I don't understand that. So that was like a constant thing until he finally got out of it, but that was a little bit annoying. Like, I wanted to do another Halloween thing. Is it gonna keep? Are they gonna keep that? I'm not sure. I didn't like it too much. I don't know. Anyway, and I'm cricket, and in that moment where Vasquez is basically crying and Remy's like patting him, I'm a cricket. I'm like, I'm just gonna step away. Like, yeah, that was very weird. Hopefully they don't keep that. Please go back to season 1 Halloween Vasquez. That was perfect. Let's see, what was next? Alright, so everyone's coming in. We even have Community Sue, we have Brett, Glory comes in later. We even have Nancy dressed up as, I forgot the name, but she had a particular outfit on, and I loved it. I loved it. You know, gray makeup. I loved it. And, okay, and now time to get to the next clip, so I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, I'm back. And we basically have Tilly here, and she's with the the chemicals, the alien goop that Gwendolyn was basically testing. And she basically opened it, and yeah, this is not good. And she's basically dumping it over the pumpkins and saying a little bit for you, a little bit for you. And Tilly's like, oh, since you're the smallest of the bunch, you know, a lot for you. And it's like a big, like, dollop. Like, oh my goodness. I love the Scarecrow. You know, for things that are mostly simply designed, I think this has a little bit more attention to detail, especially with the, what do you call this, the white circles in the eyes. Like you see Tilly and Bill, they don't have those type of things, so I think this is a little bit more designed with the stitching and the shadows with the hat. So that's pretty cool. Not a lot of people, like, you know, take the time to appreciate that. And I guess we need to see what happens. And she's kind of looking away, and it's glowing. And then Tilly's like, obviously it starts moving, and Tilly drops the jar, and she's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It starts like mutating and stuff. It starts growing. Look at the angle with Tilly. It's so cool. I just want to play this right here.
It worked! Pumpkin carving is safe! Papa's gonna be...
Look at those pumpkins. Again, really well designed. You see that there are bumps in them. You see they're different shapes. You see the curves with the vines. And and also it's not just one type of orange. They know how to get their crops right. You can see the carrots are kind of okay and the corn is kind of okay, but you really want to focus on the pumpkins, and it got it right. I love that. Thank you. Even though I'm not a farmer, but I still like appreciate of it. And Tilly's like, oh, pumpkin carving saved. Papa's gonna be so happy, because Papa was, you know, her dad was like really disappointed that things weren't going well. Except for this one. This one's so tiny. But again, when you use chemicals, you never know what's going to affect the crops. So even though I guess the attention of the show was going to make them all big, some of them were kind of small. Or unless their attention was to say the alien goop was really unpredictable, so we don't know what size they're going to be. Maybe. I'm not in the right term, so I don't know. We thought, oh, Papa's going to be so happy. I need to go tell him. And then Tilly's like, "Oh, Papa, I got some good news." And this is a quick clip. I just want to play this right here. Poor Scarecrow. That was so well designed, and they destroy it. Oh, hey, look, you get to see it. Gloria plus Green Cafe. Not cafe's cut off, but yeah. Maybe to make it. Oh, I'm so glad they did this. Okay, I kind of wish it was a little bit designed a little bit better, but this is Gloria's cafe, so she can design her logo the way she wants. But I love how Gloria plus Green Cafe is very curvy and very French. I'm glad it's not a coffee. You know, like for Big Coffee, the symbol was a coffee cup, like you would get at Starbucks. So this time, it's a croissant. I'm just not sure I would go for like the reddish orange, especially since you see like the brown inside. It's like an outline. Maybe because I'm not getting like a good enough view, maybe, or maybe because it's Halloween, she wanted to paint it orange or something. Again, it's her cafe; she can do any symbol she wants. And I love the idea of a croissant, but in the comments below, do you like the orange? And do you like it? It's like an outline. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'd like it too much, especially with me dealing with colors with projects. I still need to work with my contrast of colors. I think that's something that I kind of did, and now kind of seeing what people were saying, like kind of not the 100% disapproval of it, just saying that I need to work on it. I think Gloria needs to work on it too. But besides that, basically we see this the pumpkins are mutating, and obviously it's attacking the Scarecrow. Why attack the Scarecrow unless it's dumb and thinks that it's another human, and oh, we hate humans. Maybe we don't know. We don't know. And then people are coming in, and Tilly's like, "Papa, what is it, Tilly? You need to check on the pumpkins." Okay. Oh my goodness, Tilly, go get a wheelbarrow. We need to, to get this. And Tilly's kind of getting a weird feeling, especially when like the wind's blowing. You see the rooster with the metal rooster with the what's it called, wind turbine that's kind of spinning. I am so sorry. Excuse me. And Tilly's getting kind of like an odd feeling. So, oh, maybe it's just the wind. It's fine. It's fine. Then, basically, she's about to go help her dad with the wheelbarrow. Then she hears something and sees one pumpkin's missing. She's like, I'm pretty sure there was a pumpkin there, but obviously Bill's like, hey, Tilly, come on. It's like, oh, okay. And she kind of like not worrying about it, but she's kind of, there was definitely a pumpkin there. So we're kind of thinking, where did that pumpkin go? Where is it? We're thinking, did it go into the garage? Did it go to the cafe? Did it go inside? Did it go in that fridge? We don't know. we don't know. And obviously, Tilly's helping Bill with the wheelbarrow. They're putting the rest of the pumpkins in there. And Bill's like, oh, I can't believe, like, it's actually working out. And Tilly's like, oh, yeah. But you see Tilly's getting kind of nervous because, again, Bill's just thinking that I knew love and harmony would do the trick. And obviously, Tilly used something else to make it grow faster. They're going in. I even liked how Bill had bandages on and was like trying to carve the apricot pumpkins, but he kept on hurting himself. But sooner or later the bandages like went away. I wish they would have kept it on, but whatever. I like the attention to details, kind of like with Black Eyes, which shows keep the black eyes, show that there's still impact, show that things happened. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But and basically Cricket's still trying to do another prank, and people are coming in, people are having a good time, and basically Bill has a bunch of pumpkins out, and Benny kind of sees something. He's off screen, but Benny's like, oh, Mr. Green, like, what is it, Benny? Like, although one of those pumpkins, it kind of looked at me kind of funny. It's like, oh, but this pumpkin hasn't been carved yet. I would understand if it's been carved yet. It could probably freak you out. He's a little kid. But dude, this hasn't been carved yet. It can't freak you out, kid. You afraid of pumpkins? No, sir. You have to believe me. Something's really wrong with the pumpkin. So we're kind of thinking, okay, we see that the pumpkin destroyed the Scarecrow. One's missing, and one was kind of looking Benny in a weird way. So now we're kind of, just 3 incidents are happening. Okay, when's the switch gonna flip and they're all gonna start attacking. um, Bill's like, it's just, even Bill said, oh, if these pumpkins are wrong, I don't want to be right. And obviously Tilly's getting a little bit nervous. Even Tilly's kind of freaking out because, oh yeah, these pumpkins are totally normal. Totally normal. And basically she goes downstairs to find Cricket and Remy. And basically Cricket kind of say, oh my goodness, Tilly, you gotta help me. This pumpkin's evil. And Tilly's freaking out like, oh my goodness, what have I done? And obviously oh my goodness, she cares about her little brother. So she's gonna go save him. Like, oh my goodness, if anything happened to Cricket and if it was her fault, it would crush her. I'm not sure they would actually kill off a character on this Disney show, but you never know. But basically, Tilly's like, don't worry, Cricket, I'll save you. And she's in her head, she's like, oh, this is all my fault. And it's obviously a prank by Trickor. And then Tilly's like, oh, okay. And I guess I was being a little bit jumpy because even Remy, Cricket are just a little concerned, like, hey, Tilly, you doing okay? You kind of freaked out when you were punching that jack-o'-lantern. It's, oh yeah, I'm just a little bit jumpy. Oh, okay. So they kind of passed that by, like, okay, she's fine. And they're kind of freaking like, oh my goodness, is that what Tilly was worried about? And we see the the monster pumpkin, and then basically Tilly's like, oh my goodness, Tilly. And Tilly's like, I'm not gonna fall in for another prank. You guys are pretty funny, but I'm not gonna fall for it. And that's the next clip we're gonna get to. So I'm gonna go to it. I'll see you guys in a little bit, in a second. Alright, I'm back. And I kind of made a mistake where we see Bill with the pumpkins and Benny, and he's actually dressed up as a football, which is pretty funny because he has kind of like a football shaped, well, does he have a football shaped head? Yeah, he actually does have a football shaped head, so that's actually pretty funny. That kind of fits. Not as football shaped as Arnold, but it is kind of around the same type of shape. But basically, because this is the last clip, and also because I kind of skipped over this part where I kind of already talked about this part already with Bill with the pumpkins, I'm going to play a few extra more clips part of this segment just because I missed it. Like, you know. But it won't be too long, so copyright won't be a bother. But basically we see Bill and we see Ben's like, hey Benny's like, Mr. Green, one of the pumpkins looked funny at me. And it's like, oh no, son, like, you got the wrong idea. It's like, I'm telling you, something's really wrong. Something's really wrong with the pumpkins. And Bill's like, Benny, let me tell you something. If these pumpkins are wrong, then I don't want to be right. Right, Tilly? And look at Tilly looking at the pumpkin. And I want to play this right here.
What? Oh, yep. Nothing to be scared of. Help me! Oh my god, this pumpkin's gone crazy!
And we hear Cricket in the background, and we see Benny and Bill like, what the heck is going on? And Tilly's like, oh my goodness. And then Tilly's like, I'm sure he's just crazy. And Cricket's like, I'm not crazy. And Tilly's like, okay, I'm gonna go see what's going on. And look at Benny's like, no one listens to Benny. No one listens to me. And basically we have and look, we see Remy in the T-Rex outfit, and look at Cricket's like, and obviously it's a fake, it's a prank. But like how Tilly's like, don't worry, I'll save you, brother. And it's like, and she's like, what the heck? And then Cricket's like, oh, you got Trick-Ored, and she's knocking on it, it's hollow. And Remy's like, oh wait, it was actually my prank, so I guess you really got T-Rexed and vexed. And I like how Cricket complimented on Remy. He's like, hey, that was a pretty good, catchphrase. And then Tilly's like, oh yeah, I guess I'm just a bit jumpy. Whew. And, oh, look at this. They're like, oh my goodness, Tilly. Look at this thing. I love how it's blurry at first. I'm actually learning how to blur things also. And I like how, and look, the eyes, it kind of gets into focus. Tilly gets blurry. The eyes glow. And then Tilly's like, and oh my goodness, look at this thing. Oh my goodness, so scary. And it just goes for Remy. I wonder if it's because of a dinosaur. Are dinosaurs on Mars? Maybe. And look at Remy's like, I'm supposed to be an apex predator. And then Tilly's trying to grab the pumpkin off. And I love this right here.
Or it's just the trick
I love how I kind of want to say yeah, I love how he's like, oh, don't worry, Remy, trick or has just the trick, and he got basically a a squishy hammer. And I love how it's kind of, it made him look like he was going really fast and just hit his pumpkin. It does nothing, and he just does it multiple times because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know what else to do. Excuse me. I like how Remy points out Cricket is not doing anything, and he's like, I know. And Tilly comes in with the bat, and it squashes. I like how when it squashes, it's purple guts instead of orange, and it actually turns kind of gray. It's kind of like a grayish orange. It's a bit of a highlight of purple. It kind of makes sense because it got alien stuff in it. And I like how Cricket's like, die, you beast. And Tilly's like, it's dead. And then they're like, what the heck happened? And Tilly's like, I want to play this right here. This is pretty funny.
Yes, but it might have something to do with...
We can't hear you. There's hair in your mouth.
I stole a modified alien substance.
Sorry, I don't want to play too much. But I love how, even though this is a wig, if you didn't know, I guess spoilers, Tilly's wearing a wig. But I love how she grabbed her hair and put it over her mouth. She's all nervous and stuff, and then Craig is like, we can't hear you, Tilly. Just hair in your mouth. Like, what's going on? And Tilly's like, I stole alien substance from Mars that came from Gwendolyn Zapp. I'm sorry. I'm glad Cricket and Remy point this out, but because Tilly's like, Papa was just so sad. You can't fault me for that. Because I wanted to make him happy. I love how Cricket and Remy's like, yes, we can. And I was really hoping at the end when it all gets resolved, because I'm assuming it will. And spoilers, it has. I was assuming Bill's gonna ground Tilly. Even though Bill does a really good speech to Tilly, I'm really glad. But I really wish he would have said at the end, but Tilly, you're also grounded because you went behind my back. These are my crops, and you have to be punished. It didn't, that part, when I get to it, it didn't annoy me as much as Cricket Sitter, where it did a bunch of other bad stuff in that episode. This was really just one thing. Well, there was also a couple other things, but I really wish Tilly got grounded, because like, Tilly, you had to learn that there's consequences. You can't just do this. Even though there were repercussions, yes, but I really wish she was grounded. Especially with the upcoming episode. Spoilers for once going over the episode titles and description. Spoilers, there's a like Tilly gets grounded episode, but I already have a feeling that's gonna be forced, because people like myself justifiably is saying that there should have been episodes where Tilly should have been grounded, and it just hasn't happened, and now there's gonna be a whole episode dedicated to it. It really feels like it's very forced, saying that, oh, since people wanted it, we're giving it. Even I don't want to, like say anything that's like not true. It just feels like it, because again, Cricket said she should have been grounded. This episode she should have been grounded. Now there's gonna be a whole episode to her getting grounded, unless I'm wrong, and it's basically because of those instances where he fully decides that because of these things, Tilly, they're just piling up, you're grounded. But if it's something else entirely, but what could she done if it's so bad? Again, when the episode comes, I might change my mind. I'm not sure. But I like how Cricket and Remy's like, yes, you are at fault, Tilly. You're at fault. And Tilly's like, we gotta fix this before Papa notices. And I like how Cricket's like, you just want us to smash. But even Tilly's like, if this one turned evil, the other ones are probably going to. Well, most likely it's going to turn evil too. Cricket's like, you just want to smash a bunch of angry, human-eating, alien pumpkin hordes while keeping a secret from our dear father. And look at Tilly's like, yo, please help me. And Cricket's like, okay. And then Remy's like, rawr. Like, okay. Okay, I'm just going to leave it right there. And that's going to be the final screenshot for the rest of the review. And basically, they're trying to, smash the pumpkins, and they're basically start some attacking everyone. I like how they stop the party, actually saying, okay, everyone needs to leave, because you don't want anyone else to get hurt. And the community student's like, no, you can't make us leave, you won't silence us. And they're all like, boo, because they stopped the music and stuff. And when the pumpkins, eats Community head. What I actually thought was going to eat it, but actually consumed the head, and now the head's actually the pumpkin, and it's taken over her like a parasite. I was like, ooh, okay, that's interesting. And it was like, whoa. Everyone's freaking out. Everyone's controlling. It's controlling Kiki. It's controlling Benny. It's controlling Weasley. It's controlling everybody. Glory came in. I didn't like her costume only because it was the same costume from season 1. I really wish they changed it. Like, you know how Remy was a hot dog last year in season 1. Now he's a T-Rex. And I forgot what Cricket was going to dress up as. I think it was like a zombie or something. And Cricket is dressed up like a jester. Until he's dressed up as Bill Green. Like, I really wish Gloria was dressed up as someone else, especially since she came later. It seemed like it was gonna be like a big reveal. I was like, oh hey guys, I'm here. And I like how the pumpkins immediately attack her, say, it's just like last year. It isn't exactly like last year, but it is kind of similar. Monsters are attacking her and also tying her up with vines, so it's pretty similar. Oh, that's pretty funny. But they're all kind of like, and Nancy's kind of like, what's going on? The kids, and oh my goodness, the Tilly did something to the plants, and now they're all going crazy. And Nancy's like, well, get behind me. And I like how Nancy is like, kind of protecting the kids. Here's something though. Unless Remy and Nancy had like an off-screen arc, I like how Cricket and Tilly called Nancy mom because that's their mom. Remy called her Miss Nancy, and I don't think Remy and Nancy has ever interacted other than maybe for a few seconds when there were around other characters, like the T-ball game, and trying to think of something else. Chippocalypse for like a little bit, and when Nancy's first introduction, what was it, Uncaged? Remy and Nancy were kind of talking to each other, but that was really it. And now, I know he used Miss, which is really respectful, but he called her Nancy. Did she allow that, or was Remy panicking? Like, I'm totally okay with Gloria calling Bill and Nancy by their full names because especially since she says that you guys are like another set of parents to me. And also, she kind of flip-flops by Miss Green and Mr. Green, Bill, Nancy. She, like, flip-flops. And she even calls Alice instead of Miss Green. But, I don't know. Maybe this just might be a one-time thing. But it just kind of seemed like it's sorry, I'm rambling. It's mostly on me because I'm kind of thinking, did I miss something? Maybe making too much of a big deal out of it because he said Miss Nancy, he meant it in a respectful way. I don't think Remy meant any disrespect. That's not. I'm not trying to say that Remy meant any disrespect because he didn't. But him saying Miss Nancy, I'm kind of thinking, I wish there would have been more episodes for him to call her that. I really wish he would have said Miss Green. I don't know. I don't know. I might forget about it, but that kind of stuck to me. It's like, did I miss something? Again, I'm not trying to blame the episode. This kind of feels like I missed half a season of Remy and Nancy development. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's see, what was it? Oh, it's the Nancy's protecting the kids, and she gets taken over also. They basically go over to Vasquez first. Tilly goes over to protect Bill because Bill gets taken over by basically the Queen of the Pumpkins. I wonder if it's because he's the gardener or if he was just the closest by. Either way, he's in trouble. Tilly needs to go save him. And I'm glad that even Vasquez, it's not real. And then Rem's like, no, this is real. Oh, it's real. And he gets an axe, cuts off the pumpkins around him. I'm back in my comfort zone. Thank you. I don't know what this whole weird bodyguard instinct thing was. It wasn't in the first episode. I don't want to see it again. Please. it kind of irritated me a little bit saying that I don't know what's real, what's not. Like, come on, don't do that. And basically he's chopping up the pumpkins, and obviously Remy and Cricket are helping, and then Vasquez, you need to throw me, and Cricket chops up a few more pumpkins, and Cricket crashes through and helps Tilly free Bill, their father, the monster, main pumpkin gets angered. They escape, and now I love it. It's Cricket, Tilly, and their dad fighting off pumpkins. I love it. And Remy and Vasquez, sadly, they get taken over by this like hive, and it's creating this tower. It's like crashing through the house, and this tower is like vines. It's like a gigantic stem. And Tilly, before the pumpkins surround them, says, "Hey, Papa, I'm sorry. This is my fault. I used Gwendolyn's chemicals to make your pumpkins grow because I didn't want you to be sad." And Bill's like, "Tilly, you went behind my back. I told you I didn't want you to mess around with this stuff because I was afraid that something weird could happen, and you didn't listen to me." And I wish at the end where, Bill made a speech saying that, "Hey, we learn, we grow, we make mistakes," saying that, "Hey, you're grounded, by the way, because you made a mistake. You basically getting in trouble because you went behind my back, and these are my crops." We didn't do that. Sorry, we're not at that part yet, but he's kind of mad at her because we have to deal with this pumpkin so no one gets hurt. And basically, they're chopping pumpkins. Tilly has the bat. Cricket and Bill have axes, and even Tilly got an axe at one point. I love it. And so we need to take care of this here and now. And they chop up. They actually what would you call it? They mowed the main pumpkin, and basically it stops the mind control. Everyone gets released, and everyone's kind of like, "Yeah, okay, we're leaving the party." Like, even Community Sue was so pumped for dancing, like, "No more dancing for Sue," and everyone's kind of like, "Whew, okay, we're leaving." Obviously, Remy and Vasquez are happy they're alive. Cricket's like, "Okay, I'm going inside." Sorry about that. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going inside." And Tilly's basically saying to Bill, saying, "Oh, Papa, I'm so sorry. I should have listened to you. I might have gone the outside of Bill Green, right? But I didn't get this part." And Bill's saying, "Oh, you're talking about my gut." It's, "No, I didn't mean your belly. I mean your actual gut. I don't have the heart of Bill Green." Because you definitely know the difference between right and wrong, but I knew that getting those chemicals was the wrong thing to do because you told me not to, but I had my own agenda of what I thought would make you happy, but it was really selfish, and I'm sorry. And she even takes off her hat, and she's kind of crying a little bit. I like how Bill comforts her, and he didn't just go straight up yelling at her, saying, "Hey, Tilly, don't down yourself too much. You have potential to be a great Bill Green. I'm not like replacing him, but to be a great person and carry on the Bill Green legacy, basically. You have a lot of potential to do that, and just like plants, making mistakes, and it's how we grow, and we have to learn from them and not repeat them." At that moment, I wish he would say, like, "You're so grounded," because he still went behind my back. And I'm not saying grounded for stealing. Gwendolyn's had to say, "Hey, please take it." But it's still his crops, and Tilly went tampered with it without permission. Like, come on. But they hug it out. Okay, sweet. Okay. I like how Gwendolyn zapped at the last minute. The rocket came down. It's like, "Oh, the aliens are evil. The aliens are evil. Like, don't use the compound. They already used it." He's like, "Oh my goodness, they came back here too late." It's, "Oh, don't worry. All the humans are safe." Whew, okay. And so, "Oh, my scientist back. Mars were saying basically that you basically infect a virus on the planet Earth, and it makes you the bad guy." And obviously, Bill and Tilly give her a look like, "Come on." She goes back to her base on Mars, like, "I'm gonna go back to Mars. Bye." And she just goes. But glad she wanted to be like a hero and save the people of Earth. She even brought a bazooka. She even had a grenade. "Do you want this?" And she's like, "No." And she threw it and poof, behind her. What the heck? I like how Bill asked the question, "Why do we still deliver to her?" And Tilly's like, "She has a lot of money." And Bill's like, "Oh yeah." And that's the end of the episode. And it also has a different credits. It's very spooky like. Hopefully because the Flawless You episode, was it Greens versus Greens? I think it was. I forgot. No, it was Green Mirror. I believe that was the episode of season 2. Because of that, and because of this, hopefully Tilly doesn't trust Gwen again, because that'd be kind of stupid if you were, because she doesn't really care about people, except for the last season to save humanity, but mainly she doesn't really care about people. She's like, I just want to get results and that's it. So, they're still going to deliver to her because she has money, but hopefully they don't test any more experiments. But they might, but I'm not sure if I want that. But anyway, time for the final score. Let's see. Wish Tilly would have grounded. 95. Vasquez with the whole fear thing. Gloria with the costumes. %85 B+. I thought this was a great episode and a great start in season 3. Were there some things I didn't like? Yeah, again, Vasquez was the whole fear thing. It didn't really make any sense. There's another thing. Tilly not getting grounded. That was another thing. I'm glad that Bill and Tilly had a heart-to-heart. That was really nice, but still, it was kind of eh. And also, it's not a big deal, but Gloria, I really wish she would have changed costumes. Like, come on, especially since she came later. Might as well have her in the beginning. I guess it was pretty funny immediately as she came in, the aliens attacked her, but don't worry, she's fine. But she's like, can't believe it happened again. That's pretty funny, but come on, wear a different costume. Hopefully to do another Halloween thing, she wears something different, but who knows. But yeah, a great way to start season 3. I am not sure when I'm going to do episode 2, just because I'm going back home on Tuesday, and either on Wednesday and Thursday I'm going to be on a plane and going out of state for Thanksgiving. I really hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving also. Hopefully you guys have plans, or at least you're not going to be alone, because no one should be lonely on Thanksgiving, especially on a holiday. So, yeah, I need to see if we can do episode 2 on Tuesday. Because, it's going to be after classes and my late classes. Well, no, I have one early class and one... Well, it's not really early, but like afternoon. I have one afternoon class and a late class, and after that I'm going to go back home. I think it's still workshopping, like, you know, we're still trying to figure it out. But yeah, Tuesday I'm going back home, and I think Wednesday I'm going on a plane. And I'm not sure what time I'm going to go back to where we're staying, because we're going to be visiting, my family here is going to be visiting extended family. So that's going to be pretty fun. Even if it's going to be only for a couple of days. But, hey, you do what you got to do, because I'm in college and I can only stay up north for so long. So I had to come back down here. But, yeah, so I'll let you guys know when I'll do episode 2. But, yeah. Everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to check out my mini reviews and my community post. And my mini reviews, my community post. Yeah. And I'll see you guys possibly Tuesday which is tomorrow, for Big City Greens season 3 episode 2, which is called Boss Life and Propaganda, I believe. I believe that's episode 2, and I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow for that. Okay. Bye.